house. These are some of the albums that Sonny has done over the years. One is kind of interesting. I don't know that anybody else has ever done this. Sonny James in prison in person with his Tennessee State Prison Band. There must be a story there.
Well, George Ritchie, I had just followed this 200 years of country music that you have right there.
Okay, I'll show them what you just said.
Yeah, and that's when I started growing the beard for that 200 years celebration that we all was going through. And I did this with as many of the original players as we could get, different styles of music, the 200 years.
200 years of country music.
Everybody from Roy Acuff to Bob Wills and Bill Monroe, a lot of them.
You did their music?
Oh, yeah, but I didn't try to imitate them. I used their bands. I remember Oswald, he came in and he said, with Roy Acuff, and he said, how are we going to play Sonny? I said, like we do on Saturday night behind Roy, just exactly.
So did Roy sing with you?
No, just the band. See, I took Roy's place on this record.
I see.
And then because of the success of this one, I thought it would be an idea that it hadn't been done if I could get a group of prisoners out there in our Tennessee State Prison and to be a band. So George Ritchie, another one of my producers and a dear friend, we started going out to the prison, and we got this group together out there and rehearsed them, and they got sounding pretty good, you know. So
amateur musicians.
But we did, but we never told them we were going to do an album until it was like about 3 days before. And the warden and George says, we better tell them because they're going to come apart here. I told them I was going to do a show there with my group. And after I did the show with my Southern Gentleman, then Biff Colley, who was doing the emceeing on this, and he says, now here's Sonny and his Tennessee State Prison Band. So, yeah, I'm the only non-prisoner on there.
In 1976, wasn't it?
I believe it was.
So this would have been about 8 years after Johnny Cash went to Folsom, and
I guess
something like that.
Yeah, but now Johnny used his Luther and Marshall.
He used his own band.
He used his band.
Was this? I guess it was the only time you ever made records without the Southern Gentleman.
I guess it was. Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. I say that, and yet you just told me that you made the recordings in the 200-year album with other bands.
But that was understandable. Like Bill Monroe's band, when I do
Blue Moon of Kentucky.
Blue Moon of Kentucky, and I just tried to use their band so that people would understand actually their contribution to country music and had arrived at that time to what we were doing.
Did you run this morning?
Yeah.
You run every morning, don't you?
I either do that or work out on a machine that goes 3 miles.
Used to be 3 miles that you ran.
Yeah. But I still do about usually about 45 to an hour each morning.
What was the song "The Cat Came Back"?
Mm-hmm.
Was that one of your early records?
Yeah, that's one of the early records. Yeah, I did that with just my guitar and a bass. I'm beating on the guitar with boom, 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 and then I go into The Cat Came Back.
Was that for Capitol?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's one of your records I don't remember.
Yeah.
I thought I'd played them all.
Yeah.
Sonny, what are you doing now?
I'm trying to keep Doris happy.
Well.
No, we're doing a lot of things that we wanted to do when I was touring, and we didn't have enough time.
You're enjoying your life?
Oh, yes, very much. We get a chance to sort of hands-on some things that we didn't get to at that time with other folks.
You mean going places and?
Well, with relatives and family, but we want to become even more involved with helping folks that we can have a physical acquaintance with, things that you can contribute.
Okay,
then,
I got you.
You know.
You still fish?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I mean, you were one of the famous fishermen of Middle Tennessee.
Well, I was pretty good until Porter Wagner and Jerry Reed, Bobby Bear, this bunch up at Center Hill. We sort of brag on who catches the largest smallmouth, you know. We've had boats up there for years, all of us.
What's the biggest fish? Now, you're an honest man. You're one of the most honest people I know. What's the biggest fish you've ever caught? Smallmouth.
I'd say smallmouth. I think I got one over 6 pounds. But then I've got some, I had a couple of largemouth that were larger, but they were down in Florida. But I don't, nowadays, if you go to the website, you'll see me holding these fish, but they're all still living. I turn them loose. We just took their picture in a hurry.
One of the funny stories I read about you was when you were in high school.
Yeah.
What, the Hackleburg Panthers?
Yeah.
You're playing football.
Yeah.
And you're, what, 6'3½"?
Yeah.
And you said the coach would put you in and tell you to fall forward to gain yardage?
This is when we were playing a game in the rain. I played defensive end and offensive end, and this was terrible. It was nothing to nothing in Cherokee. And so we were playing. It was raining, red mud and everything. And he said, we got to do something, Coach Ray. And he said, Sonny, you know the plays. He said, I'm going to run you fullback. And I said, you're kidding me. I'd never run fullback. You just go straight ahead and we're going to take it. And we won that game. Me running through that just as a fullback.
When you fell down, you'd get...
I'd get 2 or 3.
You get 6.5 yards.
Yes, see, I had 3 downs, you know, before the punt. So
you win the
give
game?
me 3. Yeah, we won it.
Next week, Bill Gaither will be our guest. Sonny, thank you. We're out of time.
Thank you, old friend.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you.